Hello, this is Dr. Sandeep Salunke. In my last video, I have discussed with you a format for estimating working capital required. So we have to make the list of current assets over here, and we have to make list of current assets which are given in the problem. We have to deduct these current liabilities from current assets, and then we will get a net working capital required. Now in this video, I am going to discuss with you how to estimate the working capital is required. Now I have selected a problem which has been asked for Rani Channamma University Belgavi in May 2019. So I will just read the problem. From the following particulars relating to Saurabh Company Limited for the year ended 31/3/2018, calculate working capital required. Sales at 3 months credit 15 lakh, cost of raw materials 6 lakh, wages paid 15 days delay, that is 15 days outstanding 4,80,000, manufacturing overheads 1 month delay 6 lakh, administrative overheads 1 month delay 2,40,000, sales promotion expenses paid in advance rupees 50,000. Now the suppliers of raw materials allow 1 month credit. Raw materials are held in stock for 2 months and finished goods are kept in warehouse awaiting sales for 1.5 months. Cash balance to be maintained is rupees 50,000 and 10% margin for contingencies to be provided for. The gross profit is 20% on sales. So this information is very important. Gross profit is 20% on sales. So whatever sales is given of 15 lakh rupees, so it includes gross profit of 20%. So 20% over 15 lakh means 3 lakh. So 3 lakh is gross profit and 12 lakh is cost. Now I will just give a brief summary of this problem. Sales at 3 months credit 15 lakh. Whatever sales is made, it is given 3 months credit to debtors. So this is nothing but debtors amount. So whatever debtors are there, they are allowed 3 months credit period. Now cost of raw materials. Whatever raw materials are purchased, the cost of those raw materials is 6 lakh rupees. These raw materials are purchased from suppliers. Next, wages paid 15 days delay. So 15 days delay means they are outstanding for 15 days, 4,80,000. So these are very important things for calculation purpose. Now manufacturing overheads 1 month's delay 6 lakh rupees. Whatever 6 lakh rupees manufacturing overheads are there, they are outstanding for 1 month. So next, administrative overheads 1 month delay. So administrative overheads are also outstanding for a period of 1 month. Next, sales promotion expenses paid in advance 50,000. Whatever sales promotion expenses are there, these are paid in advance. So it is 50,000. Now here the information is given. The suppliers of raw materials allow 1 month credit. Okay, so whatever raw material is purchased by Saurabh and company, the 6 lakh rupees raw material is purchased, and the suppliers, that is creditors allowed 1 month credit for payment purpose. Next, raw materials are held in stock for 2 months. So whatever these 6 months cost of raw material is there, these raw materials are kept in stock for 2 months. Now finished goods are kept in warehouse awaiting sales for 1.5 months. So whatever finished goods are there, after their manufacturing, those finished goods are kept in godown for a period of 1.5 months. after 1.5 month they are dispatched, they are sold. Now Saurabh and Company Limited wants to maintain cash balance of rupees 50,000 and also 10% margin for contingencies to be provided for. Saurabh and Company wants to maintain a 10% margin for future contingencies and the gross profit is 20% on sales. So this gross profit 20% on sales means when profit is 20 rupees, the cost is 80 rupees. Now here I will start the solution. Now, so first we have to prepare a working note over here. So this working note is for calculation of gross profit and cost of sales. So gross profit 15 lakh is sales and gross profit is 20%. So 20% over 15 lakh is 3 lakh. So 3 lakh is gross profit. So with this we can calculate cost of goods sold. So why this cost of goods sold is required? Because debtors are calculated and finished goods are calculated at cost. So sales minus gross profit. So sales is 15 lakh, gross profit is 3 lakh. So cost of sales is 12 lakh. So 12 lakh is used for calculation of debtors and for calculation of finished goods. Now let's start the problem one by one. So you have to prepare like this: calculation of working capital required, particulars, amount. So current assets and here the space for current liabilities. So I will go one by one. So sales at 3 months credit 15 lakh. So this sales is nothing but, credit sales is nothing but debtors. So debtors are our current assets. So this is first debtors. So in my format I have told you how the debtors value is ascertained: amount into credit period allowed to debtors. So what is the amount of debtors? Here we have to consider cost of sales. If the problem is on total approach, we have to consider 15 lakh, but gross profit is given, so that's why we have to consider only cost price. So 12 lakh into credit period is 3 months. So 3 divided by 12. So it is 3 lakh. Next, cost of raw materials 6 lakh. Okay. So here they have mentioned about raw materials. Raw materials are held in stock for 2 months. Whatever raw materials are purchased of 6 lakh, these raw materials are kept in stock for 2 months. So up to 2 months they are our current asset. So I will write it over here. Cost of raw materials. So how amount is calculated? 6 lakh. So these are kept for in stock for 2 months. Sometimes in the problem weeks are given. When weeks are given, so weeks divided by 52. Months are given, month divided by 12. Okay, so it is 1 lakh. Next, wages paid 15 days delay. Wages are outstanding for 15 days, 4,80,000. When any expense is outstanding, it becomes current liability. Okay, so that's why I will record it over in current liabilities. So wages 4,80,000. So it is outstanding for 15 days. So 0.5 divided by 12. So it will be 20,000. Now next, manufacturing overheads 1 month delay 6 lakh. So manufacturing overheads are also outstanding for a period of 1 month. So that's why any expenditures, when it is outstanding, it becomes liability. Manufacturing overheads, so it is 6 lakh and it is delayed by 1 month, so it is 50,000. Now next, administrative overheads 1 month delay 2,40,000. So administrative expenses are also outstanding for a period of 1 month. Administrative overheads 2,40,000 into 1 divided by 12, so it is 20,000. Next, sales promotion expenses paid in advance 50,000. So it is expenses but it is paid in advance, so that is why it becomes our current assets. If it is also outstanding for 1 month or 15 days or 2 months, then we have to record it in current liabilities. But this expenses is paid in advance. When any expense is paid in advance, it becomes our assets. So that's why I will record it over here. Sales promotion expenses paid in advance. So we have to take directly amount over here. It is 50,000. Next, here I will come. Then the suppliers of raw materials allow 1 month credit. Okay, so whatever raw materials are supplied by the suppliers, they have allowed 1 month's credit. So this is nothing but creditors. Creditors allowed 1 month credit. So creditors are recorded in current liabilities. So I will write over here, creditors are suppliers. Okay, the raw materials purchased, the cost of raw materials is 6 lakh and the creditors or suppliers allowed 1 month credit, so it will be 50,000. Okay, now raw materials are held in stock for 2 months, so this information is recorded. Finished goods are kept in warehouse awaiting sales for 1.5 months. So finished goods are our current assets, so that's why I will write it over here. Finished goods, and these finished goods are always calculated at cost. So 12 lakh is the cost and they are kept in godown for 1.5 months. So 1.5 divided by 12, so it will be 1,50,000. Now Saurabh and Company Limited wants to maintain a cash balance of rupees 50,000. So this cash balance is nothing but it is our current asset. Cash balance to be maintained. So I will take directly amount over here. Now, and 10% margin for contingencies to be provided for. So this 10% will be taken later on. Okay, now I will make the total of these current assets. So I will call it as total 1 and I will call this total as total 2. So use the calculators and make the total. It will be 6,50,000. I will take it for outer column and the current liabilities total will be 1,40,000. I will take it for outer column, 1,40,000. So working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. Current assets are 6,50,000, current liabilities are 1,40,000. so working capital 1 minus 2, 6,50,000 minus 1,40,000, so it is 5,10,000. Now in the problem they have mentioned 10% margin for contingencies to be provided for. The company wants to maintain 10% amount for contingencies. So this contingency amount will be added over here. Add 10% for contingencies. So 10% over 5,10,000. So 10% on it, 51,000. So deduct it over here. Sorry, add this over here. 5,10,000 plus 51,000, 5,61,000. Okay. So this is net working capital required. Okay, so this is what the solution for the problem. Okay, so the solution is very simple one. So just first list out the current assets which are given in the problem, multiply those amount with the period. Next list out the current liabilities which are given in the problem. Okay, record the amount and multiply with the period, then you will get working capital. If in the problem any margin of safety or contingencies is given, add that here, then you will get working capital required. Okay, if you have any doubts, please free ask for your doubts. In my next video I will come with next problem. Thank you.